watch space has arguably never been more exciting, and this is largely due to the rise of independents and micro-brands. With so many established brands and conglomerates, to permeate through the herd, independents and micros know they need to deliver standout timepieces, whether through distinct aesthetics or unheard of value propositions. One independent that has definitely caught the attention of true watch enthusiasts over the years is Horage. Horage drew attention during the peak of in-house emphasis, many intrigued by their in-house calibre development, truly Swiss-made products, and highly customizable offerings. One of their latest movements, the K2 micro-rotor, was revealed alongside the early bird stages of their Supersede launch. Horage has now entered the next stage of its launch, with exciting updates and refinements for the Supersede. From a specification standpoint, there is a lot to like about the Supersede. With traveling well back on the table, a true GMT watch powered by an in-house micro-rotor caliber, especially at its price point, which we'll dig into later, has a lot of appeal. The stainless steel case, which is 904L steel in favor of the more standard 316L, is 39.5mm in diameter, a mere 9.85mm thick, and 46.29mm lug-to-lug across the wrist, according to their measurements. Personally, I find it wears like a modern Submariner across the wrist, which has a lug-to-lug of 48mm, and the end-link to end-link length would expand the measurement further. Nonetheless, it is highly wearable, and compact, will definitely fit most wrists. What has stood out the most to me from my time wearing it is just how thin its profile is for a sport watch, and the luxurious heft of the 904L steel. As a Rolex owner, the weight feels familiar, and it has this tactile luxury element. The case, originally pledged to have a 100-meter depth rating, has been upgraded to have 200 meters of water resistance, which is secured by a screw-down crown. It is also handsomely finished, primarily brushed on its top and sides, with hints of polish on the outer bezel perimeter and lug beveling. Its faceted geometry has an air of familiarity to it, and could perhaps be compared to watches like the Zenith Defy Classic. But it distinguishes itself through its unidirectional timing bezel with a sort of gold bar engine-style knurling. As for the timing scale, there is no insert. The bezel is all metal, with the 0 to 15 portion of the ring mirror polished and the remainder ever so sunken and frosted. At this stage, there are 3 dial colors to explore: transatlantic blue, a lighter faded atoll blue, and a white dial. We've gotten a closer look at the transatlantic blue, but each utilize the same layout. At 12 o'clock, you have a power reserve indicator, at 3 o'clock, a frame date complication with a black on white disc, and at 9 o'clock, a 24-hour indicator tied to the fully skeletonized GMT hand. The central hours and minutes hands are semi-skeletonized, the upper half filled with superluminova. Also in the center, you have a stick-style central seconds hand with a color tip that at this stage is not luminescent, but may be developed down the line. Speaking of luminescence, the facet cut applied hour indices are also filled with superluminova as well. The Supersede comes with 2 straps. The first is a 904L stainless steel bracelet, which integrates into the case and is secured via screws rather than a spring bar. The bracelet continues the lines of the polished lug bevels, with fine beveling executed on the shoulders of the links. Its 3-piece links can be ordered in 2 forms. One execution, which we have here, is a full brush finish to each of the 3 pieces, but it is also available with the broader central links mirror polished. To size the links, you will need to know your way around the pin and collar system, a bit of a surprise considering the straps are affixed to the case by screws, but nonetheless, the bracelet is definitely solid and robust in build. A highlight of the bracelet is its folding clasp, which incorporates Horage's proprietary micro-adjustment system. By simply pushing and holding down a trigger on the underside of the clasp, you can finally adjust and ratchet the length of the bracelet in 1mm increments up to 10mm. Impressively, while this micro-adjustment system is present, the clasp is not bulky and follows the lead of the case in being surprisingly thin. The other strap option is an FKM rubber strap, which is available in multiple colors for those who want a more casual aesthetic. Inside, beneath a sapphire exhibition caseback, you can see the distinctly decorated in-house K2 micro-rotor caliber, with hand-applied Côte de Genève and grid-motifed bridges. It's also a highly technical caliber with 72 hours of power reserve and a silicon hairspring for resistance against magnetism. The caliber is also highly accurate, COSC certified to run within +6 -4 seconds per day. The micro-rotor allows the movement to be thinner, and in turn, the watch as a whole to be thinner. And the component is available in 2 configurations. The base configuration is a gold-plated tungsten micro-rotor. But for an extra 390 Swiss francs during this pre-order stage, you can upgrade to a platinum micro-rotor as seen in our provided sample. There are a lot of details surrounding pricing to unpack, which I will refer you to our written hands-on review to dig through. But for now, all you need to know is that the pre-order window opens August 16th, 2 p.m. CET, and closes August 19th, 2 p.m. CET. Within this window, the Supersede can be pre-ordered for a base price of 5,500 Swiss francs or 5,890 Swiss francs with a platinum micro-rotor upgrade. This pricing includes VAT and shipping. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe to the Time+Tide channel for all the latest watch reviews, news, and content. See you on the next one.